Hey, how's it going? Amelia here. Let's see what's making news. People around Australia have been going bananas over a daring escape by a trio of baboons in Sydney. So what on earth happened?
Baboon watch in the city.
Baboon watch in the city. What? And they said this department was unnecessary, but look at us now.
Here's what we know. 3 baboons were transported to the Royal Prince Alfred Hospital. A male baboon who was having an operation and 2 females who were there to comfort him.
But the baboons had a different plan. An escape plan.
There was a technical failure in some of the caging equipment that was completely unexpected.
They were eventually captured by the New South Wales Police and animal handlers and transported back to the colony. The police tweeting that they had been contained, so no need to pry, mate. And while many found the whole thing hilarious, not everyone did. The trio didn't escape from a zoo. They're from a baboon colony in Western Sydney, where all the animals have been bred for medical research. Animal rights activists want to shed light on the use of primates in experiments in Australia, saying it's anything but funny. But researchers say the animals at the colony are used for important biomedical research. Meanwhile, New South Wales Health has kicked off an investigation into the incident to ensure this never happens again. So this is probably the end of...
Well, we had a good run.
Environmentalists are pretty happy about the news that energy company Equinor won't be drilling for oil in the Great Australian Bight.
When Equinor got their environmental approval, it all seemed like a little bit hopeless at the time, but hearing that news this morning was just unreal.
The company got approval last year, but there were big protests because some people were worried the drilling could lead to oil spills. Now the company's pulled out because it says the project will be too expensive. Did you know that deep in the Arctic there's a doomsday vault? While it is kind of about the end of the world, it's not quite as scary as it seems because it's all about seeds. And it just added its 1 millionth seed. Here's Kale.
Deep in the frosty depths of the Arctic, where polar bears roam free, this man is carrying a package which could save the world. Maybe. This is the Svalbard Global Seed Vault, and it's kind of like a backup plan for all of the world's crops. Inside these very secure and very icy walls are seeds from nearly every country on Earth. They're here just in case something bad happens to any of the world's crops and they get wiped out. Think natural disasters, outbreaks of disease, or, if worse comes to worse, the apocalypse. As well as a big variety, the seed bank also has a backup of crops like corn, wheat, and rice, just in case climate change causes harvests to fail. Today, the seed bank received its 1 millionth variety of seed. 60,000 of them were brought in from all over the world, from specimens grown by the Cherokee Nation to rare seeds from Prince Charles's garden. So next time the world has a need for seed, you know where we'll go.
Now take cover, because these next stories are all on a collision course. Here's something you definitely don't want to hit while driving down the road: a 300-kilo sea lion. This rather grumpy girl wandered at least 3 k's from the nearest water. While she didn't seem too happy about this so-called rescue, officers managed to avoid a collision and took the sea creature to a much safer spot. Tomato throwing festivals are one thing, but how about orange throwing? Ouch! The Battle of the Oranges, Italy's biggest food fight, takes place every year, and while colliding with an orange sounds unpleasant, these guys look pretty well prepared for it. And you know what else is surprisingly good at handling a collision? The now infamous Leaning Tower of Dallas. This is the second time professionals have tried to demolish the building. First, clearly didn't go so well. And onlookers aren't too sure about this effort either.
You can't destroy the Leaning Tower of Dallas with a thimble!
Yeah, there have been calls for this. Well, that's all the news for now, but I'll be back with more for you tomorrow. See you then.